Since the announcement of the 2040 ban on new petrol and diesel cars, all you read in the news is about how we're all going electric. So if that's the case, which is the best electric car to buy? We chose 3 to test: a Renault Zoe, Hyundai Ioniq and Nissan Leaf. The Hyundai Ioniq is by far the newest and in our opinion one of the best equipped. The Nissan and the Renault have both been around for some years now, and the Leaf is actually due to be replaced by a new model next year. The Ioniq is Hyundai's first attempt at making an all-electric car, and it's very good. Inside, the cabin feels solidly built and very comfortable. It also has lots of kit including, on our car, heated and cooled electric seats. Next is the Renault Zoe, a great-looking little car with bags of character on the exterior alone. Step inside and it's also a funky place to be. It also features the best claimed range of the 3 EVs, with 250 miles on the NEDC cycle thanks to its new ZE 40-feet battery. Finally, we have the Nissan Leaf, the oldest of the 3 in terms of design, and this shows in its rather ungainly styling and outdated technology. It also has the lowest theoretical range with just 155 miles. This is where the Nissan Leaf falls down, massively. It is not appealing at all on the outside with its bulbous rear end and huge headlights. This continues inside where it can best be described as dull and old-fashioned. The Hyundai is in a different league. It looks fresh, funky and modern. Add a touch of color and you have a car that will be very enjoyable to own. This continues inside too, where it feels light and airy with a very easy-to-use dashboard and center console. The Renault is the best looking of the bunch. Its chic Parisian styling blends well with modern life and makes it look more premium than it actually is. However, this doesn't quite continue inside. Although the cabin looks chic, it feels cheap, with the plastics belonging in a cheap Super Mini. In terms of space, all 3 are roughly the same, offering ample leg, head and luggage space and a plethora of cubbyholes throughout the cabin. The Hyundai feels a tad better than the other 2, and has a fairly decent-sized boot at 350 liters, enough for some suitcases or a weekly shop. You can probably fit the family dog in there too. The Zoe feels slightly smaller in comparison, but is more of a hatchback compared to the Ioniq's saloon looks. It has a marginally smaller boot at 338 liters, but this would definitely be enough on a daily basis. The Nissan Leaf boasts the largest boot at 370 liters. It also has a fairly large cabin, which can easily accommodate 4 adults. The Hyundai Ioniq feels the best by far to drive. This is largely down to how composed it feels on almost any road surface, largely due to the fact that it's the most composed. It also has a touch more power than the other 2, managing 0-60 mph in 9.7 seconds, while the Nissan and Renault manage 60 mph in 11.3 and 13.3 seconds respectively. The Ioniq might be the most refined of the 3, but really they're more for inner-city driving rather than motorway cruising, especially the case with the Nissan, which seems to take an age to actually get up to any speed. In terms of value for money, the Renault is the most affordable, with our Zoe Ioniq Nav R90 ZE40 test car costing £19,295, with a government grant. On board you find a surprising amount of equipment including satellite navigation, Bluetooth connectivity, rear parking sensors and 16-inch alloys. The Hyundai Ioniq Premium SE we drove cost £26,860. This might be a considerable amount more, but in our view it's well worth it. Not only does it feel the best to drive, it also comes with full leather upholstery, heated front seats, satellite navigation and a rear parking camera, to name but a few. The Nissan Leaf was the most expensive of the 3, and is the least value for money. The Tecna model we drove cost a staggering £27,790, with none of the car reflecting such a price tag. The standard equipment may consist of leather upholstery, heated front and rear seats, satellite navigation and Bluetooth connectivity, but it's hard to justify when it all feels so old-fashioned. From the three we have tested, our pick would be the Renault Zoe overall in terms of value for money. But for everything else, the Hyundai Ioniq wins hands down. It's refined, comfortable, easy to drive, easy to park, and above all excellent value for money. At the other end of the spectrum is the Nissan Leaf, which we'd struggle to recommend. However, a new Leaf is on its way, which looks to be a much more impressive car.
We're a month away from seeing the next generation Nissan Leaf in the flesh, and the automaker has released a new teaser image previewing the car's aerodynamic design. From what we can tell, the Leaf loses its bulbous rear end and adopts an egg-shaped appearance reminiscent of the Chevrolet Bolt. Nissan says its engineers redesigned the shape of the vehicle to reduce drag, increasing efficiency and allowing drivers to travel further on a single charge. Also, the new Leaf is lower to the ground than its predecessor, allowing for better stability at high speeds. Other new design features help improve stability when the car encounters strong crosswinds. The next-gen Nissan Leaf will make its world debut on September 6th and go on sale before the end of the year. Leading up to the reveal, Nissan has teased the car's unusual headlights and faux grille. We also know the new Leaf will feature semi-autonomous driving technology. A feature called ProPilot will help control acceleration, braking, and steering to keep the Leaf positioned in its lane on the highway. Over time, this feature will expand to include multi-lane highway driving and city intersections. The Leaf will also receive a self-parking feature called ProPilot Park. Although it's not coming to 2018 models in the US, Nissan says it's looking to add the feature for upcoming model years here on our shores. Nissan's year of the truck is a crucial one for the company's plans going forward, not to mention its strong presence in the urban SUV segment with the all-new Qashqai. Nissan is trying to win over truck enthusiasts with products that have cargo and towing capabilities to be both workhorses and recreational tools at the same time. With the help of Boat Smart Canada, a recent presentation involving 4 of the brand's most important truck models took place in the beautiful Muskoka region north of Toronto. Auto123.com was on hand to put to the test the 2017 Pathfinder and Armada SUVs, as well as the new 2017 Titan and Titan XD pickups. We towed and launched in a water fishing boat, a 23-feet pleasure boat, and even a pontoon. Here's what you need to know: Nissan Pathfinder. This mid-size SUV boasts modern looks, a very spacious cabin with seating for 7, a healthy V6 developing 284 horsepower and 259 pounds-ft of torque, 6,000 pounds of towing capacity, and a 4WD lock function for low-speed maneuvers. Nissan Armada. Motivated by a potent 5.6L V8 rated at 390 horsepower and 394 pounds-ft of torque, and blessed with a smooth 7-speed automatic transmission, Nissan's full-size SUV offers a ton of room for second and third row occupants along with a great ride quality. Solidly built, it can tow up to 8,500 pounds, which is more than the Toyota Sequoia can, 7,100 pounds, equal to the Chevrolet Tahoe and GMC Yukon, but less than the new Ford Expedition, 9,300 pounds. Nissan Titan and Titan XD. Here are 2 large pickups featuring a vast and refined cabin. Maximum towing capacity announced to 9,770 pounds, gasoline V8, and 12,010 pounds, diesel V8, respectively. You won't find a better limited vehicle warranty, 5 years/160,000 kilometers, in the segment. Comfortable on the road, they'll make your life easy with available systems such as integrated trailer brake control, trailer sway control, remote trailer light check and hill descent control.